distinguished guests, students, parents, members of the Board of Trustees, Academy colleagues, family, and friends. It is my privilege to welcome you to the 148th commencement exercises at Cushing Academy to celebrate the achievements of the class of 2023. Let's give them a big round of applause. Please be seated. Today is a celebration of all that our graduates have achieved and all that they will achieve, both as a community and as individuals. They have so much to be proud of with triumphs in every area: academics, arts, athletics, and leadership. Let's give them another round of applause. I would like to ask the Cushing Academy faculty and staff to please stand. We are very fortunate to have a highly dedicated and caring faculty and staff who met every challenge, went above and beyond, and maintained the highest level of academic excellence possible this year, always while maintaining a caring and supportive environment. Class of 2023, you have partnered with these outstanding teachers and mentors throughout your time here at Cushing. They are the individuals you love to make laugh and those who provided you the space to talk. You hated disappointing them, and you were proud when they complimented you. Other special members of our campus community also worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure you were always safe, healthy, well-fed, and happy on campus. Let us recognize and thank all of these professionals who have helped shape your life as a Cushing student. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Class of 2023, when we gathered, believe it or not, 265 days ago at our convocation, the words of Ms. Roller and our student body presidents echoed in our ears, filling us with excitement for the year ahead. And today, as we gather to complete and finish your time as Cushing students, let us return for a moment to that beginning, to reflect on how far we've come. At convocation, Ms. Roller called upon you to show up, look up, and stand up, not only for yourselves, but for your community. You were urged to be present, to be accountable, and to foster trust, creating a positive environment for all. Your student body presidents encouraged you to approach the year with optimism and adaptability, recognizing that unknown challenges may lay ahead. They asked for your mental toughness and confidence to persevere through difficult times. Above all, they implored you to be there for your peers, offering support, respect, and compassion. They reminded you to live each day intentionally and savor the moments, for graduation would be here sooner than you could imagine. And here we are, under the tent on your commencement day. I spoke to you about the portrait of a Cushing graduate and the 4 journeys it encompasses: the personal, community, intellectual, and ethical. I urged you to internalize the wisdom shared by Ms. Roller, Marvin, and Edison, and to embrace the journey that awaited you this year. As we now reflect upon that beginning, I am grateful that you heeded the words of our speakers and embraced all that this year has offered. Throughout the years, you have likely noticed that I enjoy contemplating the other side of the story during milestones and rites of passage. At convocation, I urged you to begin with the end in mind, and now at commencement, I encourage you to remember the beginning. Reflect on how we embarked on this journey with its peaks and valleys, and seize this moment to express gratitude, learn, and gain perspective for the future journeys that lie ahead for you. In the weeks leading up to convocation at the beginning of the school year, when our faculty and I prepared for this year, we recognized that our students were returning to campus after experiencing the pandemic in various ways. And while the prospect of a normal school year filled us with excitement, we understood that challenges would arise as we transitioned back to that normalcy. And so, we set the stage for the year, emphasizing the 4 journeys. We as adults focused on acting with clear intention and purpose, being present and responsive to your needs inside and outside of the classroom. We strove to model empathy, understanding, and sharing the feelings, perspectives, and experiences of others to build a community that would learn how to best support and encourage each other to reach new heights. Thus, we began our journey together. Over the course of this year, we experienced tremendous highs and lows, moments of pure joy, and times of grief and profound pain. We tasted victory, and we endured defeat. Yet, as we navigated it all, side by side, I remained constantly inspired by the unwavering determination of our community to live by the advice imparted on that first day. Our path was far from straightforward. It was riddled with contradictions and shades of gray, for life rarely presents us with distinct, mutually exclusive options. It is within these contradictions that our true test lies. As I thought about this idea, my mind drifted a bit to my own time in high school. The memories that surfaced were not confined to classrooms or the campus. Instead, I remembered the sense of hallways in the baseball field in the spring. I remembered the music that served as a backdrop to my adolescence, a soundtrack that encapsulated feelings, memories, and pivotal moments. For me, that soundtrack belonged to a band you may not be familiar with, U2. Sorry. Their music is intricately intertwined with my memories, and it is with this connection to my own journey that I bring it back to yours. I recently stumbled upon a documentary featuring members of U2 reflecting on their own artistic journey. One quote struck a chord with me, and I believe it holds relevance for you as well. When the lead singer, Bono, shared these words, he said, "My life really opened up as an artist when I realized that you don't have to resolve every contradiction." The last part of that line stuck out to me. You don't have to resolve every contradiction. In fact, I would go a step further and propose that being at the center of contradictions is the place to be if you want to grow and learn. If we marinate in the contradictions, it allows us to build more empathy and understanding. It allows us to stay in the middle of fluid situations as we navigate through life, which is itself fluid and ever-changing. My life really opened up as an artist when I realized you don't have to resolve every contradiction. Ponder those words for a moment. Indeed, the world we inhabit is often not one of clear-cut choices, but rather a world of coexistence where contrasting and complementary concepts intertwine. It is within these contradictions that growth occurs, where empathy flourishes and understanding deepens. American novelist F. Scott Fitzgerald, who was known for his reflections on the human condition, once wrote that the test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposed ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. Like Bono's, Fitzgerald's words encourage us to be comfortable with ambiguity and uncertainty, which are key skills to help you navigate a rapidly changing and evolving world. This year in particular brought that to light. Embracing the tensions and complexities of life is a testament to your ability to navigate the gray areas, the blurred lines, even the unknowns, and emerge stronger and more compassionate. Thinking of Fitzgerald's words, you've proven to yourself and others that on your journey, you can withstand these contradictions, understand them, and then function, make decisions, move forward, and grow. The journey you undertook at Cushing Academy has been unique to each one of you. I know that the ideas I have shared today only scratch the surface of the profound experiences and lessons that have shaped your time here. It has been a tapestry woven with friendships, academic pursuits, personal discoveries, and challenges overcome. It is impossible to encapsulate the entirety of your individual journey in these few moments today. However, as you conclude this chapter and commence a new one, I implore you to hold Cushing Academy close to your hearts and minds. Let the values you have cultivated here guide you as you step into meaningful new roles in a world that yearns for your contributions. Carry with you the lessons of intentionality, empathy, resilience, and compassion. Be the agents of positive change that our society needs, drawing upon the experiences and growth you have gained during your time here. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. Remember that the journey continues, and if you can be comfortable with the contradictions, you will have the power to shape it as you go along. At Cushing, you have demonstrated strength, perseverance, and a commitment to your own growth. As you venture forth, may luck be on your side, and may your endeavors be filled with purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Congratulations, class of 2023. I would now like to ask Ms. Deborah Gustafson and Mr. Robert Machachi to join me on the podium. Known as Silver Penguins, our longest-serving faculty members are at the heart of our community. At this time, I would like to celebrate and thank Deb Gustafson and Bob Machachi, who are retiring this year. Let's give them another round of applause. Well deserved. I did tell our seniors before the ceremony, only stand and sit when I tell you. So that's, that's why, during graduation rehearsals, so good job. Deb, as a member of the administration since 1994, you have brought countless Penguins into our community through your invaluable and steadfast work in admissions, including serving as director for both summer and the academic year. You have left your mark in travels around the globe for Cushing, forming deep relationships with consultants, schools, and families, and on campus as a beloved advisor and colleague. Much like your collection of special penguins adorning your office, which will be featured in our upcoming magazine, your work represents a great collection of special penguins with a capital P. Thank you for all you have done. Bob, since initially joining the Cushing community in 1988 as a part-time instructor of guitar, you have served this community in all aspects of campus life, becoming a full-time beloved faculty member and department chair, as dean of students, and currently as director of the summer session. And in your work as longtime campus safety coordinator, you have set the gold standard in keeping our community safe, a contribution that was especially important in our navigation of campus life during COVID. We are grateful for each of these contributions and more over the last 35 years. Congratulations. Let's give them another round of applause. It is my great pleasure to welcome back Maya Rogers, class of 1996, and to honor her as the 2023 recipient of the Cushing Academy Leadership Award and as our commencement speaker today. Established in 2010, this award honors exemplary leadership through personal and professional accomplishments and contributions to society. Maya has achieved distinction in each of these realms. As CEO of Tetris, the iconic worldwide video game phenomenon, as co-founder of an accelerator to benefit startups in Hawaii, and as a passionate advocate for organizations in her community and beyond, including a strong focus on the needs of women. Embodying global citizenship, Maya grew up in Japan and Hawaii with a Dutch-Indonesian father and a Japanese mother. She currently resides in Honolulu with her husband Roger and their 2 children, Sia and Ren, whom we are delighted to have with us today. We hope your family will be back for their Cushing graduations in 2037 and 39. Shifting from the Pacific Rim to New England, Maya became a Penguin for her junior and senior years, forming lifelong friendships around the world and immersing herself in and out of the classroom, including playing volleyball and basketball here at Cushing. Maya earned her bachelor's degree in business administration from Pepperdine University and an executive MBA from Pepperdine Graduate School of Business and Management. Maya started her career at American Honda and then moved to Sony PlayStation, where she worked to westernize games coming from Japan. As CEO since 2014, under her leadership, Tetris has transformed into a thriving, multifaceted brand and remains one of the world's most recognized and beloved games. You may be familiar with the game's fascinating history from the current Apple TV movie Tetris, in which young Maya is portrayed and a shot of her becoming CEO is seen. Maya is the co-founder of Blue Startups, a venture accelerator that invests in early-stage, scalable technology companies. A catalyst for innovation and entrepreneurship in Hawaii and beyond, Blue Startups has invested in over 100 companies. She is deeply involved in numerous organizations, serving on the boards of the American Red Cross Hawaii chapter, Kapiolani Medical Center for Women and Children, Smithsonian Asia Pacific American Center, and the Women's Fund of Hawaii. The Leadership Award is presented by an engraved Cushing chair, which I presented to Maya earlier this morning. Maya, we are proud of your many contributions to your profession and your community. Congratulations, and thank you for being with us. Welcome.
I don't have to do my speech now, right? Well, good morning. Good morning, esteemed faculty, trustees, proud parents, supportive friends and family, and most importantly, the class of 2023. Congrats, you guys. Thank you, Dr. Burton, for awarding me with the 2023 Cushing Leadership Award and for entrusting me with the honor of addressing these fine young minds. As Dr. Burton kindly shared my bio, my name is Maya Rogers, the CEO of Tetris. Some of you may have played Tetris. Your parents most certainly have played Tetris, unless they're, of course, living under a rock. And your grandparents may have played if they were really cool. Tetris remains to be one of the biggest video games in the world, available on every gaming console today, and as Dr. Burton mentioned, we just launched a movie on Apple TV+. The story is about my father, Hank Rogers, who goes to the Soviet Union in the 1980s on a tourist visa to secure the rights for Tetris for worldwide. It's kind of like going to North Korea today and trying to get rights from the government for a game. So if you watched it, you've seen how crazy my dad is. So as I was preparing for this speech, it dawned on me how quickly time flies, because as Dr. Burton mentioned, I graduated in 1996. That was 27 years ago when I attended Cushing. Back then, we didn't have cell phones. John Cena was just a classmate, although he was probably the most popular guy in school. And Mr. Kuppelbeck, here he comes. Mr. Kuppelbeck was the hot new young teacher at school. He was. I'm not kidding. I didn't expect that big of a response, but he really was. Okay. Well, it may seem like ancient past to you, but we share more in common than you think. We both love Doc Martens, I think, baggy jeans, and the TV show Friends. But wow, okay, when you start talking about that and what was popular in high school is popular again, you know you're old. But all kidding aside, I would like to ask you all one question. What would you do if you weren't afraid? What would you pursue if your family expectations, society's judgments, and your own self-doubts didn't come into play? Often our choices are swayed by fear, and this leads me to my first piece of advice. Be your authentic self. Follow your heart, and trust your intuition. It was my summer of sophomore year in high school. My world had just come crashing down. My parents had just separated, and my father had moved out of the house. And I became a rebel with a cause. I knew I was doing terribly in school, and emotionally I was a wreck, and I needed to turn some things around. Then I met some kids from Tokyo that were going to boarding schools. I had never even heard of such a thing, and when I heard about it, I knew that was the thing that I needed to do. So a few days later, I approached my parents and told them that I wanted to go to boarding school. This was July. A decision that was born out of not careful planning, but a sudden gut feeling, a beacon from my heart. My parents, of course, were shocked to hear that all of a sudden their 15-year-old daughter wanted to leave home, but they supported my determination. So a few weeks later, I was on a plane. I met my father at Logan Airport, where he was coming back from his Europe business trip, and we took a mini week-long drive around New England. And at the end of that week, my dad dropped me off at my school of choice, which was Cushing. Coming to Cushing was a pivotal moment for me. It was the first time that I took charge of my own life, and I went from being one of the worst students in my previous school to being an honors student simply by applying myself. It's really amazing how 2 hours of study hall can do that to you. And that's probably one thing you won't miss after you leave Cushing. I knew I had made it when our class valedictorian approached me one day and wanted to look at my class notes because he had missed class. I was like, oh my gosh, he came to me because I was number 2 in Mr. Hancock's U.S. history class. I know he's long gone. But back then, that was supposed to be the toughest class at Cushing. But Cushing had more surprises in store for me. I was the first female to enroll in a computer programming class. I made friends from all over the world, and including the King of Bhutan, by the way. And most of all, I found my authentic self. So this brings me to my next point. You have to show up. Take matters into your own hands. You're all about to embark on this next chapter called adulthood. It means you're in charge of your own life. You all experienced high school during the pandemic, an experience unlike anything any of us living today have gone through. None of us, you may be forever linked to the generation as the pandemic generation. However, I want to motivate you to not let that label hinder you. Instead, make it an excuse, and don't use it as an excuse for missing certain aspects of your childhood due to the lack of in-person experiences. Instead, I urge you to let that propel you forward. Life will always throw curveballs at you, but remember, your reaction defines the outcome, not the event itself. Whether you hit a home run or miss the ball completely, the important thing is how you learn, adapt, and grow from that experience. After Cushing, I pursued a business degree at Pepperdine University. I think somebody's going there next year. Good job. And went to get my MBA. Following my mother's advice, I went to work for big companies like American Honda, Sony PlayStation. But then my life took an unexpected turn when my dad had a major heart attack in 2005. He was just 52 years old. My father had just made the biggest deal of his life, selling the 15-year license to the mobile version of Tetris. He had a heart attack 2 weeks later. He was in the back of the ambulance with a full-on heart attack, and had he arrived 5 minutes later, he would not be here with us today. So to all the parents and the older folks out there, when in doubt, always call the ambulance. My dad was my everything, and I realized how precious time we had on this earth is. So I made the decision to move back home to Hawaii. I had enough experience under my belt and had just finished my MBA, and this was an opportunity to be close to my family again. But most importantly, I wanted to work alongside my father so that I could learn from him. So I asked him if I could join the business, which was managing the Tetris brand. My parents had never laid out a predestined path for me or my siblings to join the business. I think they wanted us to figure out our own path. Plus, there were so many ups and downs running their business that there was no guarantee that the business would still survive into my adulthood. Nonetheless, I knew I needed to seize the opportunity to join the business and to forge my own unique journey. This journey, guided by an open heart and intuitive decision-making, wasn't about being groomed for succession, but about defining my own role. Furthermore, I quickly learned that there was no teaching per se from my father on how to run a business. In fact, if you've seen the movie, you'd understand that my dad was not the figure it out, he was more of the figure it out as you go kind of guy and ask for forgiveness later kind of guy. Take the ultimate risk and double or nothing kind of guy. So even more so, I needed to take matters into my own hands and forge my way through the business. And I have to tell you, by the time I became CEO in 2014, I wasn't handed the business on a silver platter. The business had been struggling and declining for years. Every conversation I had with my chief financial officer was about how the business wouldn't survive next year. But long story short, I found ways to diversify and expand our business. And today, Tetris continues to be beloved globally by all people, of ages and all cultures. Billions of Tetris games are played every day, and we've sold over 121 million copies of the physical game. And today, we have Tetris beyond games, like in toys, apparel, lifestyle goods, and here comes another shameless plug, a certified fresh Rotten Tomatoes movie. So today, we're a growing and thriving business, and we're just scratching the surface of what's to come. And this brings me to my last point, give back. In addition to growing my family business, I co-founded a startup accelerator 10 years ago with the vision of transforming Hawaii into a thriving tech hub. We now invested in 110 companies in Hawaii and around the world, had our first IPO, and I can proudly say that what we have created inherently changed the trajectory of Hawaii's tech and entrepreneurial ecosystem. So in conclusion, thank you. In conclusion, as you embark on this next chapter of your lives, remember the power of your choices, the importance of embracing authenticity, and value of taking charge. Embrace the lessons learned during these challenging times and use them as stepping stones to greatness. Each one of you have the power to make a positive impact in this world. Your actions, however small, matter. Lend a helping hand, stand up for what you believe in, and dedicate your life to a cause that resonates with you. And as you journey through life, before you know it, perhaps 2 decades from now, you may find yourself in my place, delivering a speech to a new generation of high school graduates. In an ironic twist of time, they will be wearing the same fashion trends you were wearing today. And you'll reminisce about your own school days when writing your own speech was a necessity because we were still using ChatGPT 4. And if you have to explain ChatGPT, what ChatGPT was, well, let's just say, it would be like trying to explain fax machines to a generation that only knows smartphones. So congratulations again to the class of 2023. May your journey be filled with endless possibilities, and may you always follow the beat of your own heart.
Thank you, Maya. Another round of applause. Thank you so much. Many members of our graduating class were among the award recipients honored at our awards ceremony yesterday, and their names are printed in your program. I will now present the class of 2023 awards that are reserved each year for presentation at graduation ceremony. Before we begin, I would like to announce a few points of order. First, for the graduating class, if your name is called, please come up to the platform on the stairs to your left and exit via the stairs on your right. Families, if your graduate is called to receive an award and when they're called to receive a diploma, a photograph will be taken by a professional photographer who will be in contact with you in a few weeks with personalized photos. And finally, because we are live streaming graduation, if you leave your seat to take photographs, which you're most welcome to do, we ask that you quickly return to your seat so that sight lines are not obstructed. And now for the 2023 graduation awards. The Holden Class of 1888 prizes are given in honor of William and Eliza Holden, both of whom truly exemplified the characteristics of loyalty and friendliness. We have two deserving recipients for this prize, Jamie Ryan and Karen Lee. The Pliny A. Boyd Class of 1894 prizes are given to two members of the graduating class who have demonstrated the best spirit of general helpfulness and have had the best citizenship record during the current school year. The very worthy recipients this year are Austin Herrera and Hirokazu Yano. The Eaton Class of 1900 and Dunn Class of 1899 prizes. The Eaton and Dunn families are synonymous with service to this academy as exemplified by Alice Eaton Dunn and Frederick J. Dunn, both of the class of 1899, as well as Lillian Eaton, class of 1900. Mr. Dunn was a longtime trustee and board president, and Miss Eaton taught at Cushing Academy for over 30 years. This award goes to two students who have rendered the finest service to the Academy during the current academic year. The recipients this year are Yane Gabru and Riley Jones. Congratulations, you're welcome. Congratulations. You're welcome. Good job. Good work. The Senator Marcus A. Coolidge Award was established to honor Senator Coolidge's leadership as mayor of Fitchburg, a United States senator, and a trustee and board member and president of Cushing Academy for 28 years. This award is presented annually to the president of the Academy's student government to highlight the importance of leadership in politics and government as exemplified by the senator's career. We have very deserving co-presidents for this award. Guanyi Chen and Marvin Musimi Kamali. The Deborah Evans Class of 1974 Award is given in memory of a young woman whose dedication to life was limitless, whose spirit brightened every facet of our school, whose warmth and concern touched everyone, and whose presence and vitality have become a cherished part of our academy. Deborah Evans gave Cushing the best of herself, facing challenges to the full extent of her abilities. This year, the recipient of the Deborah Evans Class of 1974 Award is Ace Asadorian. Congratulations. You're welcome. Great job. Got it? I would like to invite Mr. Joseph Marzilli, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to join me in presenting the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award and the Webster Moulton 1944 Award, recognizing the highest character and finest contributions to our community. Joe?
Before we get to the awards, I'd like, on behalf of the Cushing Board of Trustees, to congratulate you, the graduates of 2020, class of 2023, and also to congratulate your families and friends who got you to this day, a very important day in your life. In addition to that, I'd like to, again, as I normally do, thank the faculty and staff of Cushing Academy, led by Dr. Burton, for another very successful year in a string of very successful years we've had at Cushing Academy. So thank you, faculty and staff. So this award, the first one, established in 1929 and once known as the Trinity Prize, the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award is given to that student who has demonstrated the highest character and ideals, and through them has exerted the greatest influence in all areas of school life. The recipient has earned the utmost respect from fellow students and faculty alike. And by vote of the faculty, this is an award that is voted by the faculty, the Pliny A. Boyd 1894 Award recipient for 2023 is Guanyi Chen. The Webster Moulton 1944 Award was first given in 1945 in memory of a boy who greatly loved the school. Though stricken with serious illness while a student at Cushing, He continued to set an example of courage and cheerfulness. A capable student and good athlete, he found joy in helping others and in participating in all the activities of our school. This award goes to the senior who most nearly emulates the character, academic achievement, and general promise demonstrated by Webster Moulton. Again, a very prestigious award voted by the faculty, very important point. And this year's Webster Moulton 1944 Award recipient for 2023 is Marvin Musima Kamala.
Thanks, Joe. The Alumni Salutatorian Award. The Salutatorian has the honor of having attained the second highest cumulative average in the graduating class. This year, the class of 2023 Salutatorian is Brady Horgan. The Josephine Vino Cook 1933 Valedictorian Award. The rare distinction of leading one's class academically is achieved through the pursuit of excellence, outstanding scholarship, curiosity, creativity, perseverance, and a passion for learning. The honor of leading the class of 2023 has been earned by Guanyi Chen. At this time, I welcome the valedictorian of the class of 2023, Guanyi Chen, to give his valedictory address. Let's give him another round of applause.
Thank you so much. Just before we're coming in here, one of my friends tried to reach my pocket to find my speech because he saw I was valedictorian. What he didn't know is that the speech has been secretly hidden under the podium. All right. Good morning. My name is Guanyi Chen Edison. I want to thank all faculty, families, and friends of the graduating class and the underclass students for participating in this special day. Within a few hours, the class of 2023 will become proud Penguin alums. As I reflect on the past 4 years, I can relate this journey to a Chinese proverb, which describes the 4 steps necessary for success in life: self-cultivation, regulation of the family, governing the country, and peace in the world. I think of my journey as an alternative version of this ancient wisdom. The first step was to cultivate myself. This started with self-discipline from the first day of school. The schedule was not easy to follow. I showed up at honors biology at the wrong periods 3 times in a row. Now, to be fair, I did have some consistency because I was exactly 1 block early for all 3 classes. That first year was about navigating through the ways of Cushing. I kept reminding myself, am I showing up to classes on time? Not 1 block early, of course, on time. Am I checking into brunch? And am I living a healthy life that is sustainable over a full year? Then, I began to tweak my routines to fit my daily plan. For example, before I started my homework, I would hang out with friends in the stud and get absolutely destroyed in ping pong by my friend Bing Han Yan. My life was busy, but for the most part, I was setting myself up for further success. The second step was regulating the family, and I defined that part of my story as embracing my own identity. I saw I came to Cushing to be a completely different person. But this place taught me, maybe more than anything else, to have self-love. I'm very grateful and thankful for the package of qualities I learned from my parents. It was my dad's spirit of entrepreneurship, the vision of getting something out of very little and turning that something into everything. During lockdowns, that became my approach to media projects with visuals, interviews, and data analysis, all of them done online and in my bedroom. It was my mom's profession in journalism, that delicate attention to details and the no-quit attitude on opportunities. During college application, that became my approach to the countless essays, as I did not hesitate to work through the second, third, or the final drafts, searching for better things to offer. Once I became more confident in myself, I also became more receptive to new things and to the good changes. The next step was to govern a country. In our case, it means to build a balanced community. In the past 2 years, I increasingly realized that while I got used to the rhythm of the school, many people did not. I found a part of the problem in the lack of balance and strived to create that balance. When I was a new student, I programmed under some great mentors like Jonathan Huang, Karabo Muhammad, Bari Tuka, Eva Lee, amongst others. That gave me a strong sense of responsibility and the desire to pass down the torch. Our school is at its best when the work of all students are valued. This year, besides working with student leaders, working on APs and college applications, I found those gems in the rough. There are runners from cross country, record breakers from track and field, and the 1-2 punches on our golf team. Shout out to Mr. Koubelbeck on that, by the way. They are the cast of Winter Musical Alien 8, performers from 3 dance concerts, and all the musicians and artists. I enjoy those new elements in my life, and surprisingly, they led me to a better balance. Cushing can be quite demanding, but I have learned that I get better when people around me are happy. The last part of the journey includes bringing peace to the world. I know what a big thing to talk about. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, to be honest, because this pertains to our future. COVID makes it so hard to predict what's going to happen next, which is why we need to be open-minded. I believe that we are a unique generation of students who all have answers to offer. One thing we can be certain of is the present. Because of so many challenges during high school, we have become battle-tested, and we managed to create friendships that can inspire us for a long time. On a personal level, I want to thank Ms. Roney for 2 great years of history, Dr. Sinclair and his best friend, Mr. Inks, for 3 years of international club, and my advisor, Mr. Michael, for having my back for 4 years. Last but not least, to all the seniors, what an honor it is for me to represent such a special group. On behalf of all of us, for the dear old Cushing days, I leave with those last words. Cushing Academy, class of 2023, out. Thank you.
Thank you, Edison, and congratulations to all of our award winners. I would now like to invite Mr. Bala, Director of Academic Affairs, to the podium to assist me in awarding the diplomas.
Marvin John Leonard Musume Kamaru. Brandon Matthew Arsenal. Ace Asadorian. Jason Backus. Garrett Michael Baker. Adriano Balsan. Zachary Gu Becker. Joseph A. Bennett. Nathan Armand Bledsoe. Piper Elizabeth Boudreau. Preston Robert Briggs. Michaela Esther Cafaro. Heoyu Kai. Jamie M. Calkins. Saifan Maggie Chen. Guanyi Chen. Jaiyi Chen. Kevin Choi. Monisha Chowdhury. Joseph Robert Clark. Carla Clucky Catalan. Benjamin Henry Connolly. Lily Mae Corso. Jack Anthony Costanzo. Jaden Michael Cronin. Dylan Marie Crowell. Mingru Dai. Parker James Davis. Linus Dedinas. Qian Yi Ding. Luca Amram Dukovny. Sophie A. Elms. Bruna Tomasi Ferrari. Aiden Foley. Ethan John Gardula. Yanae Marit Rylan Gabru. Davis Peter Gillis Holt. Mingyu Gong. Malcolm Thomas Green. Skyla Elaine Grenier. Austin Luis Herrera. Armand Hilmancia. Delton James Hoffman. Conrad Dylan Owen Holmes. Brady Paxman Horgan. Zixuan Hong. Shin Heo Jiang. Riley Ray Jones. John Henry Jost. Jeuk Nikki Jun. Bin Jataba. Steve Van Kwok. Bernice Lamb. Wan Lin Lee. Shuxing Li. Zerin Li. Caroline Kelly Lilly. Juntong Liu. Patrick Lawrence Malloy, Jr. Sean Michael Mendel. Jack Anthony Markupis. Daniel Maximilian Markovich. Luke Austin McKeldin. Michael William McGurk. Kindler McLaughlin. Sarah Isabel Moeller. Risa Mukeda. Chelsea Debo Mukete. Griffin T. Munhall. Acadia Nador. Maria Clotilde Pasalacqua. Sebastian Penaloza Zorita. Shihan Peng. Ryan Thomas Philbrick. Brendan William Quinn. Cooper P. Rautenstraut. Luke Rizzello. Zachary Graham Rizzo. Davis Ross. Daphne Rosalimos Kalardropoulos. Jamie Catherine Ryan. Liam Kiniani Hobson Ryan. Khalid Badia Safa. Maxwell D. Schwinn. Luke Bornheimer Smith. Patrick Joseph Sweeney III. Samantha Tabor. Zi Shun Teng. Diego de Jesus Taveras. Walker Brown Thorne. Jack Today. Colin Michael Truby. Adrian Uchi Diuno. Claudia Sofia Villanueva Ramirez. Carmela Langelo Montepel. Jackson Jaeshi Huang. Jenny Huang. Yu Huang. Xinjing Quella Huang. Zihan Huang. Zihan Seven Huang. Delaney Elizabeth Williams. Andrew Wolf. Maximilian Retzel. Daniel Shu. Noor Yafar Zin. Binghan Yan. Roy Yan. Jason Junji Yang. Marielle Yuen Yuan Young. Hirokazu Yano. Gabriel Anatoly Alan Zelikov. John Jinki Zheng. Tian Yu Zhang. Crystal Zhao.
Let's have another round of applause for our seniors. Class of 2023, you ready? Please rise. Parents, family, friends, and all members of the Cushing community, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the Cushing Academy class of 2023. Please be seated. A few points of order before our graduation ceremony ends this morning. After we sing the alma mater, the faculty will lead our graduates in the recessional to the senior walkway, where they will congratulate the graduates in our traditional senior handshake. We hope you will all join us for lunch following the handshake inside the dining hall, where you can pick up your lunch to enjoy inside or outside on this beautiful day. Thank you all for joining us on this special occasion, and thank you for your love and support of the class of 2023. Let's give them another round of applause. And now, please rise and join me in singing our alma mater, which is printed in your program.